So I wasn't expecting to have time to film a video, but here I am right now. I'm on the set of this play called, I think it's called Holy Days. It's opening up pretty soon at the 2110 Theater in Southeast Portland. It's starring Ted Rooney, who you may know from, honestly, even if you don't recognize the name, you have definitely seen Ted Rooney in something before. He's been little extra like bit part in just countless stuff. You can't even, I can't even begin to list everything. Most prominently, you've probably seen him on Gilmore Girls. He's a big tall guy that wears shades in the background of a whole lot of scenes. I personally, my first sight of him was in the movie Big Fat Liar, which is a totally underrated, underappreciated, unfairly forgotten movie with good old Frankie Muniz, and he plays the teacher in Summer School. He's in one single scene, but I think it is the funniest scene in the whole movie. In Summer School, he's giving the history of the semicolon, and it's just as dry as dust lesson. Let me see if I get better lighting if I go over here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, cool, I got a lovely, is that a teapot? I think it might be a teapot. Oh man, I could go for some pot right now. Anyway, I'm gonna be helping my friend out with her one-woman show that is happening at the end of this month. That's also happening in this theater. I think that the run of this show will be done by then because she's gonna be doing it in here, and they're obviously not gonna move this big of a set in this tiny little theater just to put it back, so either that or she could have her little one-woman show tell all her life stories and suddenly the setting of it is just this Depression-era living room. I haven't done a whole lot of tech. I did, but the thing is I like to do favors for people, sometimes a little bit too much, but I happen to have been doing tech as a favor for some people that I actually am really happy to be helping out. I helped my friend Brian out with the show called Seawall last winter, which I didn't have to do very much for. I had a couple of lighting cues and there's no and. I just had a couple of lighting cues. For the most part, I just got to watch his lovely little one-man show, Seawall, which Rachel is my friend doing this one. She wrote her one-woman show. This one was pre-written, but my friend Brian gave a whole lot of life to this character that I don't know, I saw another rendition of it on YouTube to sort of prepare me for doing the tech, and I thought Brian's version was better. I think he's a really, really compelling actor, especially when he's on his own. It's hard to carry a room for, his show was 40 minutes. I don't know how long Rachel's is going to be. I saw my friend Genevieve also do a one-woman show that she wrote that was about her life story. It was about an hour long. It's really, really hard to keep an audience engaged for that long a period of time. And you might be like, oh, well, I tell good stories though. I have this great story and this great story and this great story. Yeah, but you also have to find a through line between all those stories, because if you just tell a whole bunch of haphazard, entertaining stories, it can work out okay in some cases, but the best ones are always ones that have some kind of recurring theme. Or like, hey, I told this story at the beginning, and I bet you didn't expect some element from this story is gonna come back in this story near the end. I love stuff like that. I love big, like, smack in the face gotchas. That's why anthology movies are a little bit hit and miss with me, is because there isn't that through line, and I might want to go back and watch one individual vignette that's in that anthology, but like not necessarily watch the whole thing as like a complete piece. The ones that I really, really like, there's a movie called Trick or Treat that I think is a Halloween masterpiece. I think it's a movie every single person should watch at Halloween every single year. Like, I think it is Halloween's It's a Wonderful Life, and I will go to my grave defending it as that. It's not a perfect movie, but it is a perfect Halloween movie. But it's just great at bringing elements from one story into another story and just smacking you in the face like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And it has a lot of rewatch value too, once you know how certain stories are going to play a part in other stories. I just want to point out that in order to get fully in frame, I am hardcore man-spreading right now. It sounds like my friend might be here right now. So this is the second video where I'm going to be all whispery so that people can't hear me. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'm going to have a I'm gonna have a tech-tacular day.